All right, ladies and gentlemen, the numbers are up. Now that we fixed the whole debacle with the event card, we're seeing the numbers go up in green. That's right, the pay pigs are coming out and they're paying our way. That's right, oink oink, Destiny community, oink oink. We love our pay pigs. Yeah, what is it?
Well, sir, it seems you have a visitor.
Visitor? I'm not expecting anyone.
Well, sir, it seems they say it's urgent. They need to talk to you. They said they bought event cards and cosmetics to support devs. I'm not sure what this has to do with meeting you, sir, but...
So it's just some pay pig? I don't have time for this.
No, sir. They talk about how they've been on a righteous crusade for Bungie and plan to take on all the vile critics for the sake of Bungie.
Oh, dear God. It's a ball fondler. I don't want to see them. Tell them I'm out. I'm not available. You don't let them come in.
Sorry, sir. I tried to stop them, but they're heading your way now.
What? Where's security? Why aren't they stopping them?
Sir, Bungie recently fired the security team with the QA team. You hired a homeless man dressed up as a security guard. Remember you told them you buy him a hot dog for the day if you just sat in front of the building?
Son of a... Why did I let Pete convince me to do that? Of course he's out on his yacht for Christmas, and he's not the one who has to deal with this. Who are you? Hi, sir. I'm one of your biggest supporters. I make sure I give my paycheck to Bungie every time I get paid. I buy every cosmetic and every event card that comes out. And cosmetics for every character. In fact, I made another account just so I could buy more cosmetics to support all of Bungie as much as possible. Also, I buy from the Bungie store. See? Where's the twin? Where's his queen? Isn't that funny? Because, you know, it's not about his queen. It's actually about the twab. Because it's Bungie now. Isn't that funny? It's funny. I'm here to represent you guys. That's right. I make sure I set an alarm every Thursday so that whenever the twab comes out, I can see it. Because I want to make sure I tweet out all the good stuff you say. You're like, I'm so excited. Because I'm so excited about what Bungie has to say in the twab. Thank you, Mr. Pete. I have no idea. You have no idea how excited I am so I can finally meet you. Sorry, I'm not Pete. I'm just another exec. I can see how you can get confused. We all look the same. We're all just a bunch of generic rich white dudes who just want your money. Excuse me, sir? Sorry. I mean loyalty. We all want your loyalty because you're a loyal fan. I'm one of your most loyal soldiers, sir. That's right. I make sure I go on Twitter, I go on YouTube, I go on Reddit, even the Bungie forums. I make sure I fight the vile critics. Bungie has, because I know you guys are hardworking. That's right. You guys are dedicated to your craft, and I want to say it, Salem. I want to celebrate you guys, okay? I fight for Bungie with my heart and my soul and my very mind. Even my body belongs to you. All right. That's enough. Let's get to the point for what you're really here, okay? Okay. Have at it. You know, I know what you're good at, and I know why you're really here. Come to daddy.
Fellas! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Counselor's Office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. We're back with the next episode of The Community is on Fire, and Mariah Carey is singing Christmas songs on your grave. I don't know where we're going with that. Anyways, that's right. We're back on the trend of Destiny is dying, except jokes on everyone, including me, because it really is. This episode, we are actually going to dive into some of the bigger issues in the community and some of the toxic positivity, along with some of the cope and the fallacies, the delusions of ball fondlers of the community. These are Bungie's greatest soldiers that refuse to look at facts and logic. And no matter how much you speak to them, you will never see any feedback. You might as well talk to a wall. So let's kick off with what's on the screen. Destiny 2 continues its streak as platinum top seller on Steam's Best of 2024 list, which measures the year's top games by gross revenue. The game has consistently held this position every year since its debut on platform in 2019. There's several people in the comment sections for that were like, see, look at this, look at this. See, Destiny's doing great. It's not dying. It's not dying. It's the top. And I think a perfect comment is right here on the screen. Bertram Hines says, various things can be true at the same time. A, Destiny has a ton of content to buy. B, thus it remains on top of the charts of gross revenue. C, also a ton of people also have to drop out right away. And D, lowest numbers ever for the game with the best gross revenue. And I think that is very true. There is nothing anyone can say. If you look at data, and we're going to put the data on the screen, and you're going to see a lot of it, a lot of data nonstop. I know, but people who want to defend Bungie and just the state of the game and the state of how things are, they desperately just want to ignore this data, but you can't. The facts mean more than your emotions. You can't ignore it. So on the screen, we can clearly see that the numbers are going down, and let's strap some more on there. Let's strap you with some more data. If we look at historic, a year ago, the game was doing better. In fact, there was an increase. Why? Because it was Season of the Wish just came out in November 28th. And that's a key thing, right? The final season of the year, which is historically does the worst because it's supposed to wrap up, and so the player count is receding. Currently, we are in the mid section of the content cycle. We're in the second, not the third, the second, not the first, but the second episode. Not only that, but we're not even at the end of this season / episode. We're in the middle. This is Act 2. We haven't even got to Act 3, which means we haven't even got to the end and it's already dying off. Not only that, but facts are facts. Right now is the premium time to play this game. It is currently on sale in Steam and probably other places, but it's very cheap in Steam. There's currently a holiday event, and yet no one's playing. Facts are facts. But don't believe me, let's look at Twitter and some of the comments. Connor, it is failing 18K players on Steam right now with 24-hour peak of 22K. It has never been that low, and historically, absolutely true. Then we have our first defender up on the bat. We're ready to try to defend. Doesn't mean it's failing. Plenty of games have low numbers at times. Fortnite has low times. In fact, even Warframe has low times, and yet it's higher than what we currently have. And I think a lot of people get pissed off when you talk about Warframe. Warframe has been around since 2013. It has never had to make a Warframe 2. It is self-sufficient, which means they don't have to rely on other companies. They rely on themselves, which is something that Bungie has never been able to do. They have never been able to rely on themselves because they're incompetent. But Warframe and the Digital Extremes has, which is a fair point to point out. Facts mean facts, not emotions. Facts are facts. It is important to point out that that game has had lows, but never to the extent that Destiny is currently going right now. Marvel Rivals, Battle, Black Ops 6, Path Exile 2, and plenty of other badass games have released recently. I'm not surprised Destiny is having lower numbers. They don't have anything new going on besides seasonal stuff. What else would you be doing, bro? Like, let's not act like Bungie's out here cranking expansions. Let's not act like Bungie's popping out expansions monthly. Seasonal stuff is literally what Destiny is now. And it's only going to be that way. You're going to get 2 small expansions, and all the rest of it is going to be seasonal again. We're going back. Episodes are failed. So again, you have people out here and trying to defend Bungie, and they really don't do a good enough job at it. Zab, there's no denying the game is in a bad state. I don't know why you're trying to make it seem as if people are simply trying other games out of good faith and are willing to come back to D2 as soon as they're done. The game is failing to retain players, and those are facts. I mean, it's facts. If 20% of the Destiny player base, I'm sorry, I should be a little sassier. I mean, it's facts. If 20% of the Destiny player base is playing Marvel Rivals and another 20% is playing Path of Exile, I can see why the numbers are 40% lower. Destiny needs new content and fans will be happy till they get unsatisfied again. This is like every other month.
You are made of stupid.
I'm sorry. I love the logic of people. First off, where'd you get your numbers? How do you know it's 20% the player base is going Marvels and the 20 is where are the numbers? Where are you just making percentages up? I could say not. Where are the numbers? It's like the meme of Mason.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Another thing is, again, every other month, what are you talking about? Literally, the content, even seasons, happen over several months. It's literally like, what are you talking about? And we're about to get Act 3, and it's still, right now, currently, this episode is worse than Echoes. And Echoes, people hated Echoes. Echo, it was so poorly received, and we're in the second act, and this episode, should I say, is doing worse than that episode. It is doing worse. So what are you talking about? My guy, there's no way you actually believe players are simply bored and trying out new games, only come back as soon as they get bored of the new game. D2 is in bad shape, and all the embarrassing shit that has come out of Bungie has meant players like me leave the game. Okay, it seems like you're having zero desire to see my POV, so I'm just gonna agree to disagree. Thanks for sharing your thoughts and opinions with me. It was very informative. I love when people slap back with actual logic and they're like, you're just not understanding me, okay? No, you know what? It's obvious that you're fat and ugly and you smell, so we can't have a conversation. I love people who deflect and use just the random crap arguments because they can't defend. They just can't. Like, this dude's having an honest conversation about the situation of Destiny, and it's like, man, it's obvious that you're not willing to have a conversation, but you're not feeling the emotions to which I'm feeling. Like, my personality is Destiny, and I think Destiny is fine. So the fact that you're not seeing it from my perspective, we can't have a conversation. You need to turn off your brain. Just turn off your brain. Maybe take a knife and stab your brain a couple, get in there, and then think with your emotions. We're kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya, okay? Emotions only. Good vibes, okay? Good vibes. I'm gonna check back with your comment a month from now, and then when Act 3 drops, those numbers will be telling. I respect that 100%. If they made the right choices, the number will go up. If they make the wrong ones, I won't be surprised if it's another low period. What are the right choices? Dude, asking the right questions. What are the right choices? Listening to the fans. They usually say what they want and need to stay around. Both subreddits have been asking to walk back the relegation of crafting from gameplay loop to semi-implemented catch-up mechanic since the start of the episode. They double down on the changes during the end of year recap. They're not listening. I think it's really funny that this guy went from defending it's not that bad to, oh, well, we'll have to wait and see if they listen to the fans. Bro, they are not, you are ignoring. The player count is going down because they're not listening. They're not actually doing what they need to do to appease the community. That's why the number go bye-bye. If you don't try to keep your community, you keep the player count, they go away. Wow, Pikachu face, who would have thought? The saga continues. I don't want to be disrespectful, but you are literally snorting copium by thinking that there's nothing wrong with the game, and this is just the typical discourse that Bungie has with their fans. Bungie failed to deliver a great experience with episodes, and the future isn't bright. I never said there is anything wrong with the game. If you can't have an adult debate with me, then I'll stop wasting my time and reply. What is this? Bro, the gaslighting. Dude, I'm on some of the people who are Bungie's biggest ball fondlers and defenders literally are the best, just like Bungie, at gaslighting. This isn't a debate. I stated facts and you're simply denying things that are pretty obvious. As an adult, you should be able to recognize that the game is in a bad shape and Bungie's not looking any better than D2. Your opinion is literally the same as your username. How? How can you be like, you're not willing to have a debate and bro's spitting literal data facts? There's literal facts. And it's like, no, it's not that problem. No. You're not willing to argue. You're not seeing it from my emotional side. Yep. I guess I need to agree with you or this or that, right? No, thanks. I'll continue to have my own opinions. I never said the game didn't have issues. I never said the game was perfect. I just said it ain't feeling like people claim it would, and you lost your mind. Tells me a lot. Where are you going to stop wasting and replying? They can't. They can't. They have to defend. It's in their nature. It's in their blood, bro. They can't. No matter what facts you say, they have to get the last word and they have to say defend. Nobody is asking you to agree, but facts are facts. And I simply could care less if you agree to me or not. All I said from the beginning is that you are delusional in thinking that people are simply taking a vacation from Destiny 2, which is the cold hard truth. And then we have a response. It's because your POV is delusional and based off opinions instead of facts. We have the data, the numbers, the general public are against you. You're part of the minority of players who are addicted to this game and ignore its problems. They're ball fondlers. This is your textbook Bungie ball fondler. They love fondling the taint of Bungie. It is grace. The toxic positivity is not mind-numbing, but it continues on. This is going to be a long video, so hold on to your buckets. That's right, because I hope you guys find some entertainment as I have, as we've been going through this journey. First off, like I said, there's an increase in cheaters. You're seeing people going on witch hunts. You have people in the community calling out each other, pointing out we are ascending in Destiny. That's right, we are ascending, where people are just becoming true gods.
Straight up.
Then we have this. We have hateful names and text. I'm not even going to say the name because it should be self-explanatory. Just as a positive note, you want to look at what real positivity looks like, not toxic positivity, but real positive. We have this wholesome tweet about Warframe. Found Rebecca in Warframe today. Probably the highest chance to find some DE folk is when new updates happen. I think I've naturally seen about 4 to 5 DE people. And they're talking about the developers, but not just the developers, the actual leaders. These are the Bungie leaders playing their game and actually talking to them in game. Imagine that. When's the last time you played, not a community manager, like I'm sure you see the community managers, but when's the last time you actually saw and played with some of the leaders of Bungie? Whereas DE, they're actively involved in their game and playing with their community. That is something I would love to see in Bungie, is they actually step up and actually participate in the community. This is real positivity. What we're experiencing currently now is toxic positivity from the Destiny community. Now, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your butts. So there was this post on Twitter. Gonna be honest, I'm really curious to see how we come back from this. At this rate, that 18K is going below 10K before Act 3. And it actually is. It's actually like, I think 15K. Someone said they saw it go down to 12K. We are seeing these numbers dramatically dip to an unprecedented amount. This is not something historic. If you look at it historically, we have never been here. And again, this isn't like the end of the year. This is not the end of the episode. It's in the middle of the episode. And this is the middle of the content cycle. We still have one more episode after this. We have Christmatron, 50K on Wednesday morning for a 7-year-old game. Isn't that bad? So here we are trying to shade to silver lining. It's not really that bad. 50K on a game on Christmas, the Christmas holidays where people are on break. The game is on sale and it's unable to compete with other games. Any game that cannot compete for attention, especially since we're in the second act, not even the third act. We're in the middle of the content cycle. That's not good. That's not good. So here we are. 50K is pretty freaking bad. Then we have a reply from Juice Boy, which we've seen before. Stadia is down. There are no active players on it. These numbers are horrible, especially when you compare to previous years. It's fine if you love the game, but fucking come on. At least live in reality. Acknowledge the issue. When will we acknowledge it? At 5K players? when it's probably shutting down, like Concord is probably when people will wake up. And so here we are, we have the coping is beginning. If you go to the stream, it explains the Stadia numbers. How am I not living a reality? The numbers for trials, the only mode I play, are below 5K all weekend now. I'm just saying one platform worth of numbers isn't the accurate doom and gloom people say it is. You're saying two different things. We're doing bad, but we're really not doing bad. It's like saying, oh, right now there's a piece of shit on the ground, but hey, there's sprinkles on it. And of course, I have to respond. I see these people coping. You know, I'm gonna hit them with the truth. You're living on cope. Warframe is 80K on PC alone, not including other systems, and it came out in 2013. It is a doom and gloom situation because people are wanting to play other games instead of D2. If a game can't compete for players, it essentially is dead. It is true. If you can't compete, you're a dead game. Of course, we start the saga. I just viewed his page. I think he just wants to argue. I'm gonna tap out in this one. I love people who can't argue, and so they just run. I'm just gonna tap out. I can't because of X, Y, Z. I can't engage with you. Sorry. And of course, your boy has to throw it back. Destiny has less than 50K players. It's not so doomed for an old game. I use an older game for reference, which has triple the numbers, and so suddenly we have he's a shill. If that's reference to another comment, to someone who also ended up being their account got disabled, I wonder why. We're agreeing on the same thing. I'm tapping out. People desperate to defend, but can't. Quote, 50K on a Wednesday morning for a 7-year-old game isn't that bad, was the first tweet in defense of Destiny's player count. So I provided counter evidence. Game of older age, similar genre, to counter argue that the numbers of Destiny are actually indeed bad. And I did. I talked about Warframe because it's comparative. It's not 1-for-1, but it's within the similar genre, and it's 2013 at the same time that Destiny 1 was released. Like, what are we going on about? It is a very fair comparison to look at them and say, oh, this game is older than Destiny 2 and it's still doing better. There is no excuse for why that Destiny 2 is lower than a older game than it. The game is doing better on PC alone. If you add in other platforms, it's doing significantly better than Destiny. So it is a doom and gloom situation. I love hate watchers. Love it. It's so delicious. Tapping back because I'm petty. I watched 2 seconds of your YouTube videos, and the intro was, welcome to another edition of, is Bungie a shitty company that you shouldn't trust? Hey, he gets the logic. And then proceed to ramble with minimal direction. I get they hurt you, but move on. Minimal direction. I like how he says, I watched 20 seconds, and then I assume that there is nothing else in the video. There's no actual like theme or discussion. I'm just gonna assume based on 20 seconds, there's nothing here. I love the hate watchers who don't even watch. Thanks for hate watching. Make sure to keep track. The numbers keep going up on the channel. Now back to the argument you keep weaseling out of because you're not petty. You just can't defend your arguments. And that's the thing. You're not petty. You're just dumb. And the piece de la resistance. Dude makes a video, takes the time to make a video of him muting the debate or the account of the argument going on, and proceeds to show a Karen pussy cat, which I'm only assuming represents what they're doing right now and them exactly. Like it's almost like, hey, here's what I look like. I'm running. Peace. Someone tell him thanks for the content. He's gonna make a fine addition to a video I'm cooking up. Thanks for that. Talk about mental breakdown. Let's move on to the next one. James Jackson. Whew, this guy. Whew. No, you just came to argue and now you look stupid because people see you're just a dumb shill. Calm down. Everything dude said was true. Nah, I came with facts. Funny, I only see Bungie shills. Can't even bring evidence to support any argument. I brought a comparable game. Sorry it hurts to see a game like Warframe do triple the numbers of Destiny. I feel for y'all. Maybe one day it'll be better. And oh my God, if you want the one thing to trigger, to set off a Bungie off-handler, is to mention Warframe, the kryptonite. It is Voldemort to them, and you will get the most spicy reactions. They brought plenty of evidence, but like most social media retards, you decided not to read and keep rage typing. A game not having the same number as another game doesn't make it dead. So stop the low IQ quips that make you look even dumber. I love this because I pissed them off so much with this next one. By the way, you're wrong, because I'm showing an older game within a similar genre that has had better numbers and has a better community, a better the devs, the company itself, Digital Extremes, does a better job of keeping players versus Bungie, which has had Destiny 2 at a shorter time than Warframe, and yet has struggled financially and has struggled to maintain a constant stream of players, especially dedicated players. We're seeing a massive dip, which is part of the argument. So again, I know we like to talk about low IQ, but as we're going to see, when you put out facts, the low IQ begins to come out. So I put keep rage typing. Meanwhile, you do exactly that. Listen, I respect the dedication to be a Bungie ball fondler, and of course, I do a GIF of this chick, this woman eating, I guess, marshmallow balls. And obviously, you know what it indicates. And boy, also, what does a game number have to do whether I enjoyed it or not? Unlike you, pathetic ugh, I can play a game and have my own opinion. Crazy, right? Of course, I slap back. They provided zero evidence to my counter argument. Only person pathetic here is you, because you're seething that people are pointing out the pathetic state of Destiny. Just because you blindly ignore issues doesn't mean there is any. Sure, you can enjoy eating sloppy messes. Sure, enjoy that. Why do numbers matter? I don't know. Maybe players are leaving a game and a game number is dying. It implies something is wrong because the point of the game is for people to come play it. Crazy how I pointed to a game as old as Destiny 1 in similar genre doing better. They did. Like I said, you chose not to read and repeat the same things as if it changes anything. Y'all just social media trolls that like to argue, as you're doing right now. You make low IQ whips that can't back like you're seething, which makes you look even dumber. What the hell are you even talking about, dude? Like, the guy posted one piece of evidence of all the platform data of 50K. And then I proceed to get counter evidence of Warframe that shows that PC alone has 80K. What are you talking about? They posted a pic about 50K player base. I posted stats from Warframe showing 80K on one platform, implying that Destiny is not in a good place and that it's pretty bad. Then they got tilted and ran. Funny, you didn't really follow along, but just seething and spamming low IQ, which is exactly what's going on. Oh boy, no one blindly ignores anything or ever said that. See, how can you even have a convo without being a piece of, I'm not saying that, making low IQ statements? Every game has its woes, including Destiny, but you can't show me everything that says dead game, You just hate it. You know you tilt someone when they start getting to the racial slurs, or they start doing the very hateful insults, and they also start to not make coherent sense. And then unfortunately, there's nothing you could do about it except hate and cry that you are. Imagine being this pathetic over a video game that you don't even play and suck at. Must suck having such a shitty life. Oh well, grab some rope or get over. Dude, your low IQ comment's gonna kill me. Who needs a rope, bro? Oh no. You know you make people mad when they start saying, you're getting upset about a video game, bro. You're the one getting tilted. And the telling someone to go grab a rope, that's spicy. Nothing says I'm winning this debate. I am in the right by telling someone else to grab a rope. But of course, there's more. Not only did he get so tilted, he even blocked me. We could still see the comments though, but it is funny. By the way, you can still comment on your own previous comments, so he can still see that I made mention that I'm gonna make a video out of this, and I plan on posting this video just for him, just so he can enjoy it. It is funny. You can bring data. All I did was bring data. All I did with state Warframe and the player count. And this dude has lost his goddamn mind. This is going to be a long video, but it's so just mwah. Just mwah. You cannot make this up. These are when I say Bungie ball fondlers, these are the people. Also, to put the sugar on the top, again, we have another one where I post, I'm being petty, obviously, at this point. Like, oh, by the way, guess this is shilling too. You won't see this about Destiny. And we see Astacross, who's jumping ship to talk about another game and the community. Man, the community is amazing. It's funny how it's Christmas and he's rather playing other games and talking about other games community. But man, we're not really seeing a lot of positivity currently about the state of the game or Bungie's community. And here we go. Another soldier on the front line. Rain, this took 5 seconds. And here we have a comment 5 days ago. Destiny was my go-to game. It had everything and the community was amazing. And then I put keyword was. Yeah, it was an amazing situation. It was amazing. Was. Oh, look, this one took 5 seconds too. Woke up to our amazing community raising over $400 for the Bungie Foundation. We also managed to hit a 3,500 member milestone in our Discord. Are you done being a moron yet? This guy is so desperate. And so I slap back. I've got to slap back. Are you? Let me post years of Warframe content involving the community. Would you like the monthly dev streams, the weekly dev streams where they play with the community? Would you like every charity DE has done? A few charities doesn't dissolve the bigger issue with the Destiny community. By the way, I'm almost tempted to buy Twitter Blue just so I can edit my stupid comments on Twitter. I know it's stupid, but I like to edit my crap. That should be free. Would you like me to post every time they've done a giveaway, giving away free currency, usually paid? Yeah, they'll give a free currency away in live streams and all that constantly. To buy things in a real free-to-play game, though, that would take years since DE is very giving to the community and it doesn't revolve around a tax cut. And we have a response. You literally said, no one will say this about the Destiny community, and I proved you wrong. End discussion. You're a moron that's yapping into the void and moving goalpost. And I reply, I mean, how many streamers have tried Destiny 2 and just dipped out or even criticized this community? The goalpost here is a good game that isn't bleeding players. That's what the OG post was about. But I get a lot of people are hurting when that's brought up because D2 is dying. Not one single one of you seethers have debunked or countered the hard facts that the data shows massive decline in this game. Something has to be done, and I don't see you waiting for Frontiers to salvage it. Again, I was referring to the original post. Absolutely. That's the goal post. Then we have a response saying, where's the relevancy? LMAO. Here's your relevancy. Dying game equals no community. Devs who foster a solid community will see a community stick around, which is why my initial response to the OG poster was about Warframe and how it's older than D2 and has tripled the player count because Digital Extremes is a perfect example of a good community fostered by devs. Slap. And of course, no response. A lot of these Twitters have no response. They have nothing to counteract. They have nothing, because they have no actual evidence, no data. The data's against them, but they're only arguing with emotions. And when you can continue to bring facts, they crumble or rage. Here we have a normal response to this feed. It is the sense that we're comparing current versus old Steam number and not current Steam versus current all platforms. If we compare old versus current platforms, it would be dramatically lower as well. 50K is a good in isolation, but if it used to be 500K, then that's bad. And what they're saying essentially is, if you look at the grander picture, it's bad. But sure, if you look at it on its own, its little bubble, sure, 50K looks fine. But we're trying to look at things at a macro, not a micro level. Exactly. It's also the holidays and Destiny 2 and expansions are on sale, which is usually when numbers go up, not down. Yeah, exactly. Wish Destiny was in a better place, though. I didn't spend 10 years playing it, hundreds of dollars, hoping it would fail one day. This sucks, but ignoring reality doesn't change it. I obviously respond in the same way. Again, no one's here like saying like, dancing on Destiny's grave. I mean, we're invested, so that's why we're criticizing the current situation of the game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are ending this long video. We have found Bungie's #1 ball fondler. They have spent days in my comment section. So much so that we have to give them a shout out. We have to honor their dedication to the Gluck Gluck 5000 on Bungie. They were so dedicated that the last video we did with Dado doing the ad for the ball scraper, this person bought 50 of those. They were so excited. They bought 50 of them just so they could scrape those balls. This is Bungie's greatest soldier. This is a story. This could be, honestly, the dedication. You know, we have the Odyssey. This is the Destiny Odyssey. The story of Baby Duck. One baby duck that took on the world. Here's the comment I currently have pinned on my video. If you want to know, this is on my video talking about the how bad the player count, the trend for Destiny is right now. The lowest historical low of player count that we've had. And it has a massive, I think it's like 14 dislikes over like 150 likes. Like it's popping. Most people agree that yes, things are really bad. But here we are. There's a dude in the comments fighting for his life while shilling for Bungie. Give it a rest, baby ducks. Buddy, D2 is in its dying throes. Absolutely agree with everything mentioned in the video. Warframe has been getting so many W's because how close the DE leadership is in touch with its audience. This is something missing from Bungie. Every dev update I see looks so unnatural and disingenuous that I never vibe with Destiny 2 devs. And that's something that is very important to note. If you look at Warframe, and again, I love comparing Warframe because this is a true free-to-play game that is so connected with its audience, with its player base. And that's what I always want for Destiny. That's all I want, right? I criticize Bungie heavily because we deserve better and we're not getting better. Meanwhile, Warframe has better. Whether you like Warframe, dislike Warframe, I'm not here trying to advertise and have you play Warframe. I'm just advertising what a good community and a good dev looks like and what Bungie needs to copy. Like they need to take a cheat sheet and literally cheat on digital extremes. We need actual caring, actual passion that they're involved with. I just want to make it very clear. I know it should have been at the beginning of the video. Don't go after all these people. They will come to us. Don't go out of your way to chase these people. Don't worry. These are the kind of people that will show up at my doorstep. We don't need to go witch hunting. They come to us. They will come. They love watching my videos. As much as they say they hate me, they continue to come. They are the most dedicated comers. Ask Bungie. We have a comment by Honed. Yeah, I've become apathetic for Destiny 2 now. I'm on the side that's just like, yeah, let it die. And I'm a D1, D2 vet. I've gotten every DLC, even the dog shit Curse of Osiris, maxed out my season rank every season, and I'm just done. They put their money into an extraction shooter, something I would never play, by the way, and they mismanaged their money horribly to pocket it. Yeah, they deserve what's coming to them. Bungie, not the devs, but management leadership, they were the biggest issue, which is something that's echoed by the majority of people who have mass exodus the game, like the actual true Destiny community that has left. And of course, here comes God's greatest soldier. Honed deserved everything that's coming to them? Well, if the company goes flat, the devs will probably lose their job. And you think they deserve that because the devs are part of the Bungie? A lot of them have stock options as part of their employment, so they might lose that too. If you're done with the game, move on. Don't crap on people's life work. I love my favorite response to people's, oh, just move on. Bro, have you looked at the player? That's what the video is about, man. That's literally what the video was about, was that players are moving on. There's a mass exodus. The player count is going down. So what do you think happens if everyone leaves and moves on from the game? People lose jobs. And which is why we go into the next comment. They do deserve it. No one told them to go to work at Bungie. No one pointed a gun at them and said, you're owned by Bungie. They made that choice. They also made a choice to never take a stand to management to make better decisions and to give the community the game we deserve. Sony should take over because then at least at that point, Destiny could make a comeback. Of course, I made my own responses, and this is what we have. Calling out Bungie ball fondlers while making videos on YouTube covering Bungie and their games? Please, sounds like you're the one fondling Bungie.
What? What the fuck?
Bro, what are you talking about? Why am I not surprised? As Dado once said, you either love it or hate it or both. If the game ain't tickling your fancy, leave it and let Bungie figure it out. They always seem to cook when the game is in a bad spot, but you and other people in your comments are just set on doom. My word reading a few of the comments is just disgusting. Why is it always just let them cook? We've been cooking for 10 years. We've been cooking for 10 years. How many times, like, dude, Bungie's been on their back more than a prostitute from Las Vegas. Literally, they've been on their back longer. What are you talking about? If let Bungie figure it out, well, they got to figure it out soon if all the players are gone. Here we are, another response to a normal person response. They are already losing their jobs with the mass layoffs. Bingo. Another response back from Honed. Yep, deserved. Run the company out of greed, give yourself a raise, pocket the cash, fire people, aka senior devs that are about to get stock while not cutting any of your pay because we don't do that. That was actually a statement made by Pete Partisans and some of the other execs. We don't do that. Yeah, Bungie's leadership has ran it into the ground out of greed. It's not the devs' fault. They tried. And now Bungie is getting sued for firing people that were about to get stocks after working for a few years. Again, he's talking about Christopher Barrett. I don't know if that's true. I don't believe both sides because I believe hardly anything that comes from this company. I hope Bungie, the company, loses and the people that get screwed over get paid their just dues. Unfortunately, if we want Bungie to change, the whole thing has to come down. Here we go. So him and his few fondling supporters thrashing other people's life's work for clicks, thrashing other content creators is somehow amusing to you? Oh, they chose to work at Bungie, so they should be jobless, and the gaming counselor agreeing with them is fine with you? I told his channel and the people in it just have leave a sour note. I stand corrected. I skipped the start of D2 Curse because I hated double primary and I don't play 5 hours a week anymore. If you don't like the game, stop complaining about it and let it die if it needs to, but don't start going thrashing other people's life work and others who cover the game. Mr. Gaming Counselor was given free silver or Bungie threw a bone his way, he wouldn't be talking trash about other people. First off, he's talking about in the video where I'm talking about how you have to be careful because everyone's getting free. Like I was talking about the double dipping in this video about how content creators not only got chilled out free money, but they also like the currency, but they also got a free pass. And I was talking about how people are more pissed off and how that actually hurts Bungie more. I was just literally pointing out that this is not how you build goodwill of your community, especially in the holidays. You look like Grinch. I know you can do so much better. You've worked in game studios and software development that you know all the tricks of the trade. You know how to deal with management that gives unrealistic deadlines with fewer and fewer resources. You and the gaming counselor are professional game devs, probably worked on Titanfall 2. That's why it was so good. Perhaps you and Mr. Gaming Counselor could replace a few of those devs and make Destiny great again. Who knows? I might even log on again. I'm glad you feel that way, Dux, because I actually been thinking about making a series where I say, screw it, I'm going to help fix the game. I'm going to give troubleshoot ideas of how Bungie can fix the game. Here we go. Continue on. Go beg for some more subs, and maybe if Bungie sees you, they'll throw you a bone, and you can start shilling for Bungie like you accuse Astacross, who, by the way, is a far more better content creator than you are. He doesn't come off as sour as you do of doing. Where do you think Astacross and all these other content creators just amazingly had 1 million or 100K followers? No, they built up to that. I kind of feel it's the opposite. He's done so many Destiny killer, Destiny dying videos. Additionally, the huge microtransaction video he made that blew up really put a bad taste in people's mouth. And what they're talking about is this is what Astacross done. I don't think I've done a Destiny killer video, but Astacross literally, I think Revenant, Anthem, all these different games have come out. Astacross has done the next Destiny killer. I don't think I've ever done that. Criticize Bungie. So let's not act like he's just an angel. He's the pinnacle of the community. Don't say that too loud. The guy that owns the channel and his biggest supporters never saw those. Actually, I did. Shout out to you. Check out the channel. I actually did review that and even did my own microtransaction video. And then he contradicts himself with this beautiful bacon footage. I love people who lie, who say one thing. Oh, well, I'm not a Bungie ball fondler. you're the Bungie ball founder. I have issues with this game, but then they go and say this. No good, man. At the end of my last play session a month ago, I had nearly 800 GM completions, every raid title in the game before Salvation's Edge in Deepstone, because for some reason I hate Deepstone. And if raid report is to be believed, top 2% of Guardians for raid completions. The raid title grind and the people you run into doing them just wore me out. And I'll tell you, your playstyle is not limited by champs. There was a whole argument about champs, whether champs are hard or not, which, funny enough, I actually agree with Baby Ducks that champions really are not that hard. They're like, they make the game easier, which is, I can't believe I can agree with people, even if I don't like them or think that they're stupid. I can still find agreement. But it is funny that they said, oh, I don't really play the game that much. And we have over here, like, he's stroking his own PP, saying, I'm the top 2% Guardians of raid completions. Bro, for self-reporting yourself. I'm telling you, these are Bungie's greatest defenders.
Stop it. Get some help.
You can funnel Bungie's balls all you want, but there's no game that has done more irreparable damage to its legacy than Destiny 2 with the removal of paid content. No other game has done this unless the game itself shut down. BS. You got anything better to say? Emotion. They don't look at facts or logic. They only live in emotional Disneyland. Mr. Gaming Counselor, fifth graders, some of them have a higher sub count and don't put out clicks baiting videos singing doom and gloom for clicks. There was this whole argument. I don't even bother taking time to clip every little interaction, but literally he was just kept on spamming. This video is doom and gloom, doom and gloom. And I was like, yes, there's a cliche, but when it actually is true and has backed by facts, it's no longer a cliche. And I said, my fifth graders who are in debate and make up logical and factual arguments with real evidence, and they do a better job of explaining it, fifth graders, elementary, than this person does. And that was the response. Here we are. We're at the climax. Don't need subs, dude. YouTube isn't something I want in my life. Got a good intern not going to give that up to go make vids on YouTube. Here's my final response. Should stop your internship and go back to the elementary and learn what an actual intelligent argument is then. Still waiting for you to counter facts instead of your emotional statements being, wah, I don't like that. This is what I've been enduring. A lot of these comments I just don't deal with. Here we are. This is here we're going to find them. There it is. There's Baby Ducks. Got Baby Ducks. Bungie's greatest soldier. I usually let the haters stay because it's great for the algorithm, especially when they're commenting, they're watching. It does great. But this person, you can't have a conversation. You can't interact with them on any intellectual, factual level. And they're like they're literally cockroaches. They infest every comment. In fact, this person has infected actual conversations where people are actually back and forth having actual respectful conversations and disagreements. And this person is literally infecting every comment with their own, well, you can't care. You don't care about the devs. You don't care. Like, they are literally a detriment to the comment section. So it is my duty. Don't worry. Don't worry. They will see this. They will watch the video. It's time to send them to the Shadow Realm. I've been keeping people around. I've been sending a lot of people to the Shadow Realm just because I'd rather let them hate watch, because why not? It's time to send Baby Ducks to the Shadow Realm. However, in honor of Baby Ducks, there's going to be a pinned comment down below where we'll give a salute to Bungie's greatest soldier. Again, they can't comment anymore, but they can see it. So leave a comment just for Baby Ducks. Let's salute them. Now, it's time to send them away. In the arms of an angel, I fly away into the dumpster. All right, now that that's over, we no longer we can have actual conversations down below and videos without Baby Duck infesting it. So enjoy the Shadow Realm, enjoy the comments, Baby Duck. I hope you feel honored that you are on the video and you get a special dedicated pin to you. I don't do this often and don't expect it to happen often, but this was such a very interesting situation that I wanted to dedicate this video to you. The shambles of the community. Maybe we check out like Halo comments and other games. Maybe we'll review some of those and see how other games are doing, because Destiny, man, the defenders, they lack any common sense. Oh my God. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Hit that like button, comment down below. Until next time, game.
Dado here to tell you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Because I figured you guys spend enough time on your knees for Bungie, you can also do it for Jesus. Shit, I can't do this. I can't do this. Please. I can't continue this bit. I'm sorry. It's too messed up, man. It's not even a Bible. It's literally Halo. Get down on your knees for Bungie. You get down on your knees for Jesus. The link will be down below to find your local church.